What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So, hey, look, the title of this video is going to be on the fact that once you know the truth or you get too close to the truth, they try everything they can to silence you because you reveal certain information that the system knows that restricts the public from knowing so that they can be able to keep certain people in certain systems. You know what I'm saying? And listen, this video is really going to be tailored towards my culture people, strictly because we've been kept and confined into a box because there were people that capitalized off of our pain and our weaknesses, because if we knew our strengths and how much power we actually had, you know what I'm saying, then we'll be able to decipher the system that's intentionally placed to keep us stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Listen, know and understand that you become a threat when you know certain things about certain societies that's meant to keep that information private. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what they have to do. They'll conjure up a plan to use your history to try to keep you trapped. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of me and who I am is so hell bent on getting off of the drugs and the alcohol, right? Strictly because those are things that are being put into the streets by people that know the truth. But if we start to tell the truth and we're under the influence, they've taught us to not believe those people. Then people is crazy. Go and, you feel me, they need to go and talk to somebody. But it's the same thing when you go and talk to somebody about your issues. It's just the legal way. They're still making money off of providing you a drug to numb your mind. You go and tell this person all your history, and the closer you get to the truth, because they know the truth, they prescribe you more medication, saying that this is that and this and this is this, when without even understanding truthfully that you know the truth. You know what I'm saying? And we just don't want you to reveal the truth to everyone. So we do everything we can to try to make sure that you don't feel confident enough to be able to reveal the truth. So what we do is we find your deepest, darkest secrets, and we capitalize off your pain and hurt to stop you from ever going towards the truth. So for me personally, that's why I feel like it's so important that I am the type of person that has forgiven myself for my past. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you may have done at the time that you thought was right, you know what I'm saying? And you figured out it was wrong and you no longer moving in that direction, you feel me? Then that's one thing. But if you keep doing it, that's another thing. Listen, there are so many my culture men that are very smart. You know what I'm saying? And so many, you know what I'm saying, women of my culture that have compassion and feelings and know the truth. You know what I'm saying? But we were bribed into staying silent in order to protect everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I think now is the time that that's changed. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be willing to stand up against the opposition. And a lot of people are not strong enough to be able to do that, because it's going to hit you every day. Every day you level up and, you know what I'm saying, you get closer to the truth. It seems like every day someone wakes up trying to make sure you don't get closer to the truth. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you right now, my grandmother knew the truth. You know what I'm saying? But she also knew that the more she revealed it, the more something would get taken away. And if you don't heal certain things in your past, it's like so hurtful and damaging to you that you're not able to continue to walk in your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I remember she used to tell me that the people she used to work for, they swingers. And I know that's a little bit off the topic, but it's like, if you really think about it, you know what I'm saying? Listen, souls link up with souls and interact with souls to keep a certain method going. You know what I'm saying? If you're married, I just don't believe you should be out there swinging with other people. But again, if these people have no type of connection to these people they swinging with, you feel me? You can kind of understand where it's almost as if, like, you got to have a certain mindset, and love is not something that is in the way of that. You get me? Like, you got to be able to remove your feelings from wanting to be accepted and living a life where you're free to be yourself. You feel me? Like, it's a whole different mindset. But again, realizing and understanding that the closer you get to the truth, the more they try to make you seem like you crazy. The more they try to make you seem like the things you're going through, you know what I'm saying, is related to your past. But oftentimes the past is something that's inflicted on you by no choice of your own. Just, again, like I said, not being able to have the ones before you heal their wounds, so they pass it on to you. And when you start to, you know what I'm saying, like, for me personally, I feel like a lot of the homeless drug addicts are people who, they talk about things from the past, the present, and the future all mixed together. But again, like I said, we're taught to walk away from those people. We're taught to not help them, or, you know what I'm saying, completely go against them because they're under the influence and we got the money. But now I think it's a time for a shift, you feel me? Because those people a lot of times know exactly what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? They just don't have people around them that supports and helps them understand what they're channeling and going through, because they're really truly gifted. Listen, I had an experience with somebody as a family member of mine who, everybody just threw this person under the bus, you know what I'm saying, talked about them all the time. And I mentioned this in some past videos, so I got a chance to experience them on my own. And they're not crazy. It's nothing wrong with them, you know what I'm saying? But imagine you not being able to process, you know, and handle your brain, that you automatically run to the substances, and then people that are around you think that's normal. You know what I'm saying? Or they're in this competition phase where they got more than you, so they treat you a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Listen, she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? She is just going through something, but I hope at this period in time, you know what I'm saying, she's worked through her pain and her issues, so she could be able to understand that everything she's talking about is tailored to her past. You know what I'm saying? And listen, just to be real, a lot of the people around you, you know what I'm saying, who have the same type of wounds, they won't tell you certain things that they know to be true to try to hold you back. Because again, they know the closer you get to the truth and reveal it, means you're ahead of them, which is sad. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll try to take certain things of importance away from you, because they know that if you wake up and you have the ability to, you know what I'm saying, pass the truth on to, say, like your young lives, then they will have to be more exposed to telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So they try everything they can to make you isolated, so that you think that what you know is not the truth. Because once you are confident in what you know, it's going to break the whole system open. You feel me? People are going to start waking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me personally, don't disrespect me, because I'm going to call you out. You feel me? And it's going to make you feel crazy about what you saying and what you doing. And then, you know, listen, I'm telling you right now, I ain't scared of nothing or nobody. It's not nothing you could do to me. You feel me? Listen, because what I'm revealing is the truth. It's always been the truth. It's just certain people knew the information and certain people didn't. That's how you keep everybody controlled. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to understand the power that you hold is very powerful. You feel me? If you do not succumb to your weaknesses in life. Because if you do, those will be the very things that hold you back from being able to see the real. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking on everything. I'm not keeping nothing in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm truthfully speaking on the wounds. If you don't heal your wounds, you know what I'm saying, those will be the reasons that hold you back. And they know that. You feel me? Listen, every time a family member goes to jail, every time a family member gets documented, like, they know they're documenting your history and your past. They know that you're connected to some certain person that goes to jail or get arrested. So if something happened, they're able to take that past and put it onto you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you, that's why you got to be able and willing to create a whole you know what I'm saying, individualized identity for yourself. That means you got to detach from the people that basically try to create your identity for you, you know, because it will also be impacted by the things that they have in past. That's why it's so important to gain a hold of yourself, you know what I'm saying? And once you do that, listen, I'm telling you, they don't never wanted you to reveal the secrets of the system to my culture people, because then that system wouldn't be able to survive. You know what I'm saying? Listen, a lot of men end up going to jail to try to provide, right? Because they can see through, you know what I'm saying, the system, and they found a way to make money. But if you go to jail, then you have no way to ever establish your own identity. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. That's why they restrict you off from, you know what I'm saying, being able to do it the right way. Like, use your mind in a healthy way. Because at some point, if you keep going down a backwards way, we're going to get you. And when we tax them years on you, 30 years, 20 years for enhancement, all that type of stuff, you feel me? You don't ever have the wisdom to be able to pass down to your kids. You feel me? Because you're locked up in a cage. And they know that you're smart. You know what I'm saying? You're just using it in the wrong way. They know that. They use it intentionally on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I'm one of those people, I'm never afraid to speak the truth. I'm going to tell you what it is. You know what I'm saying? And listen, that's something, another thing they didn't want to happen. A lot of, you feel me, women are in touch with their intuition, and they can see things happening before they happen, and they try to give somebody some game and some wisdom to say, hey, if you do this, and then most of the time it's shut off by fear or manipulation or reasons why you should enable me to do wrong. You feel me? Until they end up in the hole, and then your compassion for them tends to have you babying someone that was moving wrong the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And you knew better. You just didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Listen, no disrespect. I love everybody, and I'm not judgmental, but if you love your sons more than you love your daughters, you know what I'm saying, that is a key indication that a lot of people are still brainwashed into believing the old system. You know what I'm saying? Even though you know they be doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? It was like we've been taught to praise wrong and diminish right. You know what I'm saying? If a person is right and they're moving right and they're doing things the right way, try to find something about them that is going wrong, so we can still have this old system flow together. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you, they become afraid of people that know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a certain system we use to control people. And if you are able to see through it, imagine how many other people you could influence to see the truth. People are waking up. You can't stop this. This is inevitable. You know what I'm saying? And the people that know that they've used the system for so long to get ahead, they listen, I'm telling you, that kickback crucial. They don't know what to do. They feeling a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because they know. And so now they just want to target somebody. They want to find somebody to blame it on, because they don't want to hold themselves responsible for participating. You participated. You feel me, in the takedown, solely because, you feel me, you were so invested in your system. You can change if you want, but it can hold you back if you don't, you know what I'm saying, be willing to repent for the things that you've done to other people to uphold a certain system. You know, listen, I'm telling you, they know that we know now. They know that we know the truth. But at the same time, if you are someone that is not under the influence, you're not robbing, you're not hurting anyone, they have nothing to try to hold you back. What can they say or do? They can't do anything. But it'll be certain things in your life every day that'll try to hold you back. It was intentional. It was designed that way on purpose, to see how much of the fear and manipulation you would still succumb to keep you from revealing the truth. You know what I'm saying? There are so many people that use that intentionally to scare people. But I bet those same people that use fear and manipulation to scare people don't like when it's done to them. You feel me? They completely, excuse my French, turn into a bitch when somebody holding something over their head. You feel me? But again, they're traumatized by something in their life, so they get ahead by manipulation and fear of the weakest links. until somebody with more power than them dangles something over their head. Now they become in fear. You feel me? Because they've been manipulating people to listen to them. You feel me? Hey, and at the end of the day, if you don't want to change, that's fine, but that don't mean I gotta talk to you. These people is persistent. You feel me? On keeping the false image of people alive. So they'll do everything they can to try to irritate you, get on your nerves. You feel me? Because they want you to not be bold enough to speak the truth. You feel me? But I think times have changed. I think we start to realize how much power we actually hold. You know what I'm saying? And that is just understanding and realizing that there was a system designed to gatekeep certain information that we weren't allowed to know, to hold us back. And that's why we kept going in this loop. You know what I'm saying? Of prison and, you feel me, death and all those cycles. Because the further from the truth that y'all know about who y'all really are, the better we have a control over y'all. And this system has been going on forever. You feel me? Just because slavery wasn't supposed to be, it was abolished by, you feel me, Abraham Lincoln, that people still created ways to use their internal system to create systems to still keep people. Listen, that's how these jobs is. These corporations, they raise the price of housing intentionally on purpose, and you don't make enough at a job, and even if you do make enough, you don't get enough hours, you're still going to be struggling. So it's almost like now you want me to go and commit a crime just to stay afloat. It's designed and set up like that on purpose. So imagine if people had the game and were able to intentionally create things that help them, you feel me, sustain a certain type of life. They don't want you to do that. So they're going to try everything they can to hold you back. Listen, we know the truth now. You know what I'm saying? Continue to heal so that you can be open to the truth and make a better life for yourself. Otherwise, you're going to stay stuck in that old system. And that old system is based off of fear and control. And if you ain't scared, you know what I'm saying? You ain't going to have nothing to worry about. Period. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to fight people and how they feel about other people. It's a system designed to keep a certain energy in it, which is people who have their own wounds, but they basically get ahead by controlling other people. You know what I'm saying? Listen, don't let nobody control your mind. You control your own mind, and you go out there and you feel me, put foot to gas and keep going. So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.